Hi everyone, I'm Craig Milkowski taking a look at the $100,000 Cicada Stakes at Aqueduct on Saturday. It's race 6, a field of 5, and let's take a look at that field of 5. It's led by a really strong favorite in Gallia Princess, who's 4-5 on my usual partners, David Aragona's morning line, and I have no arguments with that. This horse ran a really good race last time. Things look to be setting up that way, but there are some other horses we'd like to discuss, and we'll start that with the pace projector. The one thing I noticed on here right away is there is a lot of speed in this race. Probably the only thing keeping this from having the fast pace flag is that it is such a small field of 5, as nearly all of the runners in this field have shown a tendency to be on or near the lead early. We have a few that have shown flashes of being able to come from off the pace, but I expect the pace to be quick, but I don't know that despite that late pace flag on the 3, that there is any real reliable closer in the field. Let's start by taking a look at Gallia Princess in that Ruthless Stakes. And it was a race where she was very strong on the lead. It wasn't the best trip in the world. You normally wouldn't say that about a horse that's on the lead by herself for a large portion of the race, but the inside was definitely not the place to be on this Aqueduct surface on this day. I thought she was very game to take it as far as she did, and the fact that she was able to hold on for second was a strong effort. She got a 109 time form US speed figure, as we're going to see when we look at the PPs. And it's a race that is just much stronger than anybody else in this field. That 109 kind of towers over the competition. You can see not only was she on the inside part of the track, but it was a fast pace with the early fractions coated in red. So just a really good effort by her, and she is a deserving favorite. Also in that race was the number 5, or was Value Area, the horse who rallied up for third place in the field. And she's the one I mentioned that has that LP flag. But when you look at her trip that she had, it was pretty good trip. She was outside on that outside favoring track and really couldn't make a dent with the favorite. So a lot of times in a race with a lot of speed, I'd be tempted to lean towards a horse like this. But I'm a little iffy because her best races have also come on the front end, as we saw 2 back where she broke her maiden. Moving on to the next horse in the field, which would be not Value Area, Anna's Wish. Anna's Wish is shown here winning a starter allowance race over this Aqueduct course. It was a good win for her, easy, pretty much wire to wire all the way around the track. She's one I think you want to be worried about the class that she's been facing. This is a big step up in class. She's only really tried tougher class straight maidens once in a non-winners of 1 allowance where there weren't all the conditions in there. And those are the 2 races where she just didn't really run well at all. Now, as you look at her PPs, you'll note those 2 races did come on other surfaces than dirt, one on synthetic and one on the turf, but it is still a pretty big jump up. Just looking at the time form US race ratings, 85, this one's going to be approaching triple digits, so it will be a big jump up for her. Next up in the field, we're going to take a look at Miss Harriet, who is shipping in from Laurel Park. Here she's shown winning the Wide Country Stakes. She is a filly who's done very little wrong in her career thus far. The one time she was beaten, however, it was when she was challenged on the lead in a fast pace. No such thing happened on this day, as she's done most of everything perfect outside that one trip at Laurel. She ships up to Aqueduct, where what is going to be a tougher field, particularly with the favorite. You can see what I mean here in the PPs, where the one time she was beaten in her 4 tries is when she was challenged. The pace was fast, red fractions. Her speed figures are a little bit below. So I wonder about the trip she's going to get, as she's shown no real ability to rate off of a fast pace. And the favorite just seems to be a faster horse. One more horse to take a look at in here, and that is Reconcile. She was actually in the first race, the Ruthless, that we took a look at, but she dueled with the favorite on that day. You can see the red fractions. You can see Gallia Princess shown finishing second, and it didn't work out very well for her that day. She's drawn outside, so maybe she could work out a better trip, but it's hard to see her battling with that one and sticking around at the end. So solid field of 5, a lot of speed in the race. Let's take a look at my selections, and something I don't usually like to do, but I'm going with the favorite Gallia Princess in here. It seems like all the other horses in the field would just have to take a big jump up. They're all kind of speed horses. They're chasing a filly who's faster than her. I picked the second horse, that LP horse value area, as the second finisher, but I don't have a lot of confidence that she could beat the winner. That wraps it up for the Cicada Stakes. Hope you enjoy the races on Saturday.